I'm gonna introduce my guys first, man, before I talk about myself, and then give a quick introduction about me and my expectations, and then we can go from there. All right, so Anthony Wheat right here, he's going to be number 1 this year. He's a running back for us. He's going to be a workload, that's for sure. All right, and then right here we have Jamichael Morris, who plays outside linebacker, wide receiver, safety. He'll be in the mix a lot for us this year as a starter. Have Noah Norman here. He's going to be playing H-back, tight end, defensive end, great athlete. And then we have Quinjavius Nims. We call him Pete. He's been a staple in this program since I can remember. When I was in Auburn, I knew about him. Great kid, great character. He's the definition of what we want to brand our program after. All right, I have a couple notes here. So first of all, I want to thank God for this opportunity. I'm grateful to be in this spot, and without him, I wouldn't be here. I want to thank Dr. Howard, our superintendent, and the board for giving me this opportunity. All right, as well as Principal Wheat, who's been a staple in this area. He was just named Athletic Director of the Year in the state of Alabama, which is a great accomplishment. His vision for our program, his vision for his school, and the way he runs the school, and the way he puts his hands on everything is outstanding. You guys need to come down to Loachapoka, man. I mean, I'm telling you now, because what he has going on down there, man, looks like a college. Brand new track. He got things going on for us, the baseball facilities, and we're upgrading our facilities every day, and it's because of that man back there and the people around him. All right. This is my first rodeo as a head coach, and I'm excited about it. I've been a position coach for a while. We work hard every day, which every school around here does that. They work hard every day, but we build ourselves off of 5 tree branches that we talk about all the time. And it's our attitude, our character, how coachable we are, our discipline, our work ethic. And I tell those guys every day, we can water those branches each and every day. You can be successful in anything you do, not only on the field, but off the field as well. We want to be we're a family. So everybody around in that building knows that this is one, that we're all on the same mission, and that we're working towards the same goals. And those kids have bought into that, which they have already have bought into it, because Coach Newton did a wonderful job with them for his tenure there. Going undefeated last year and only losing in the playoffs, man. So got big shoes to fill here. All right, but he does a great job with them. I'm thankful that he's still around the program. I talk to him all the time on the phone. We communicate a lot about different things, and he's done a magnificent job. Loachapoka has always been a traditional school since I'm from Auburn, born and raised in Auburn. Went to high school in Auburn. A lot of my boys I grew up with went to Loachapoka though, and the tradition goes back a long way, man. Like from Coach Jones, I know his family, the late Coach Jones, who passed away, who started the program. I'm close with his family. I've been knowing them my whole life. Coach Tate, the legendary Coach Tate, who's been around the program forever, and he put a staple on it and got it going to where it needs to be going. He comes around, he talks to me and stuff, so it's been a big welcoming. The people that welcome me with open arms. The community has welcomed me with open arms, the administrators, and also the players. As you know, sometimes when you get changed, some people put up a fence or a wall, and they don't want to welcome you in, but I've only had big hugs and everything to welcome me in as a head coach, and it being my first rodeo at the school I'm at, man, it's been amazing experience. But other than that, man, that's about it. Y'all got any questions?
All right, we'll start with questions for Coach back here in the back.
Morning, Coach. Great to meet you. Jack Patterson from WRBL in Columbus.
Yes, sir.
It's your first rodeo as a head coach. You're taking over a team that won a region championship last year, and you're taking it over a program that is steeped in culture. What's been the reaction you've had, as you immerse yourself into the Loachapoka culture? And another question I have for you is, Coach Newton always talked about the Poka way and how things are done at Loachapoka. How will you run with that as you get ready to take over the program?
Well, the culture has been great. It's been great there, so ain't too much you got to change when you have a foundation that's already laid. So you just want to put your foot on the gas and continue to press the gas and move forward to try to just put a little bit more in them to get them over the hump that we're trying to get over here. And as far as the poke away, that's right. It's the poke away, man. So the way that we do things is the way that we're going to do everything. Not just one thing that we do. It's going to be how we do everything. So our morals and all that is what our foundation is about.
Hey, Coach, I've known you many years, and
Yes, sir.
congratulations on the hire. I think they did a great job.
I appreciate that.
I'd like Mark to maybe research. You might be one of the few coaches that ever replaced a coach that went 12-0 in the regular season, so no pressure on you.
Yes, sir.
But right off the bat, you open up with your main rival, Loachapoka. You guys moved up to 2A, and then the next week you played Lee Scott. That's what, 15 miles down the road. So no pressure on you, but I just want to say congratulations. They did a great job, and you've coached under some great coaches, and I think you'll do a great job. Just real quick, what is your offensive philosophy as you go into the first season?
Well, we just want to make sure that we hold on to the football. I hope that's everybody's philosophy as an offense. But we'll give you a little bit of spread. We'll give you a little bit of two-back spread look, and we want to make sure we be able to run the football the way we can, and make sure we can throw it around a little bit because we have a quarterback who can sling it. So we'll be a multiple style offense. Just try to hold in the road and do the best we can offensively and defensively.
Morning, Coach. Tony Reed's WTV out of Columbus, Georgia. We talk about a lot of expectation coming into. Just kind of want to know what you want to implement. And I know in years past, Loachapoka's always had that swagger. Last year was poke around and find out. Y'all have any slogans this year that we can really get behind?
I just know the slogan that we really don't have any catchy slogans, but I always tell these guys, man, that everything we do, we're going to be in championship mentality, all right? And the details matter. Every small details matter. So when we're running sprints or we're running gassers and their foot is on the line, that matters. How many games have been lost by an inch or a yard? Or how many games have been lost by an offside or a penalty or things like that? So we really focus on the hashtag details matter and always be in championship mentality.
Hi, Coach. Rosie Langello out of Montgomery, WSFA. Why is it the right time for you now to be a head coach? Why did you want to become a head coach now?
Well, I've always been wanting to be a head coach at some point in time. I've been fortunate to be around great head coaches. Coach Lowe, who first hired me at Central Phoenix City, followed by Jamie Dubose, who was a great coach for us and won a state title in 2018 in Central Phoenix City. Also, Coach Mark Rose, man, who instilled the hard-nosed toughness as a coach in me. He's a great, I love him to death like I love all of them. He's a great human being. He hired me at Russell County to give me an opportunity to be an assistant head coach, and then Coach Keith Etridge, man. Love him to death, man, every day. I talk to him a lot. He's a great human being. He lets us coach the way we want to coach. So watching all those guys coach the way they coach, they kind of motivated me to want to run my own program and take something from each and every one of them. And it just so happens that the time is now. It's because it's just time for us to go to work, because it happened that Coach Newton, he ended up stepping down, and I was able to, when I applied for the job, to talk with Principal Wheaton about some things, and I think that he understands my vision, and I just think it's perfect time.
Hey, Branden, he asked you about your offensive philosophy, but can you describe your defense for us too, please?
Yeah, defense will be a multiple front, hard front. Coach Stone, our defense coordinator, came from Central Phoenix City. He was the Nichols coach there. He just won a state title there, so he's an odd guy. He runs an odd way, and then sometimes we get a four-man front, and we'll mix it up a lot, but we'll be multiple defensively as well.
Hey, Coach, you talked about wanting to try to get over the hump with Loachapoka. How much would it mean to you to be the head coach that gets Loachapoka past the second round of the playoffs and on a deep run in the playoffs?
I mean, it'll mean a lot to me, but I know it'll mean more to these guys behind me, because they're the one that put the work in every day. They're the one that come in with their lunch pail and their hard hat. So it'll mean the world to me, but the reason why it would mean the world to me is because of these people, and because of the community, and because of the family, and because of the people who support us. I just want to be there for them in order to and make them get over the hump, basically.
Coach, we talk about that transition from 1A now to 2A. Sometimes in that first year it can be kind of difficult. What are some things you're really hoping to achieve in that first year?
Hey, our expectations are always the ceiling, man. I mean, be honest with you. Our expectation is to go win a state title. I ain't scared to say it. I mean, that's why we're here, right? That's why we coach. We want to develop these guys as human beings and make them better human beings and make them young men. But on that road, why wouldn't you shoot for the main goal? Like, I don't understand why you come up here and say you don't want to win a state title. That's just my mentality, though. And that's what we instill in these guys. We want to win it all, honestly, but you can't win it all the first game, right? So you got to take one game at a time, one step at a time. And on that journey, that's the love of this game. It's a journey to get there. So you take one step in front of the other and take the journey to get to where you're trying to go. Can you win a state title? Yeah, you can. It's possible. I think we can do that. So that's our goal.
Coach, you talked about the coaches that you've had the ability to learn from, Coach Lowe, Coach DeBose, Coach Rose. What lessons have you taken from them that you'll be able to input in your coaching style as you take over Loachapoka?
All of them. Energy, hard nose. Coach Rose teaches hard nose. Him and Coach Lowe, hard nose. Coach Dubose and Coach Etridge, energy. All right, playing with an attitude, playing with some energy, getting the guys available, letting the guys get there and letting them be loose. You know, I learned something from every single one of them, man, and I'm going to instill as much as I can of what I've learned from them, and my philosophy is to try to mold all that together, though, so that's what it is.
All right, this time we'll bring the players up. Guys, if y'all will just stand up and take the stage and introduce yourselves one more time and just kind of mention your goals for the season and what your expectations are.
My goal of the season is to get better and get over that second round playoff hump and win it all, like Coach Hall said. My name is Conjavis now. I'm a quarterback, DB/athlete.
My name is Jermichael Morris. I play receiver, outside linebacker, and safety. My goals for this season is to play as a team, come to practice every day, get 1% better, and go for a championship.
My name is Anthony Weed, running back, #1. And my goal for this season to get 1% better each and every day and win it all.
My name is Noah Norman, play halfback, tight end. And I feel like everyone's goal is, of course, to win a blue map. But, you know, that's something, you know, that my coach said, and I feel like we're going to do it this year.
All right, we got any more questions for the players? All right, got one up front.
Hey, this is for Anthony. I know you're replacing a really good running back in Jeremiah Darlington from last season. Just kind of what steps have you taken to step into that role and be the main running back for Loachapoka?
Jeremiah, I talk to him every day, and he keep on making me better. We go out to the field and work, and he teach me something that he learned from the past experience that he been through. And to take this role, it feels good because I can show how I am. And when I first came, he helped me develop and fit in for the team.
I got a question for any of the players can answer this. It doesn't matter. What about that second round loss to Brantley can you take as a positive, something that sticks out? That was a tough place, tough long trip, a place that, you know, a team that's a perennial powerhouse in 1A. What can you take from that game for motivation this season?
I'll take from that game, like, we were this close. Like the score, it was 14-12. We just got to get over that hump.
All right, got a question in the back?
This is a question for any of the players. What's the biggest difference and similarities you're seeing between Coach Hall and Coach Newton?
Could you repeat that?
Some of the similarities you see between Coach Hall and Coach Newton as far as coaching scheme, things like that?
I see a lot of similarities. It ain't no different. It ain't no different to me.
Well, I will tell you one thing. Coach mentioned Coach Mark Rose, and if his practice is anything like Coach Mark Rose's practice, you guys are in for something here in a week.